Welcome back. It's Tetris Tuesdays at 10. And it's a little early even this week. It's a little bit of a smaller game, kind of like last week. And I've got somewhere to be, people to see. I've got a life outside of Tetris. Come on, guys. Last week we did the Blue Lava collection of wireless games for kind of pre-smart, flippy looking phones. What was the name of the one we found? The Sprint PCS Vision, I think, which does not look like it sounds like you might be thinking. We're not going to go too far into the future, just 3 years. And in that time period, so Blue Lava Wireless was the name of the company that BPS, Bulletproof Software, Blue Planet Software, Hank Rogers, etc., set up a wireless division when these games became a going concern, when phones could play them. So they're very small Java, J2ME, in fact, games, which is a term that I learned only weeks ago at this point. But, forgot to hit a button. Everything else okay, I think. Screw it, we're doing it live. So when Blue Lava Wireless did their thing, they got bought out by a company named Jamdat, or acquired in fact, I did find it, 2005. So not even too long after they only made, their games. And I have no clue about the acquisition. Like, did the people change? Like, what was the relationship, culture? No idea. So all I can tell you is that Jamdat themselves was then acquired by EA in also 2005. Sheesh, okay. So this is happening pretty quick. Which is why this week's game is by EA Mobile. Again, no idea about the people necessarily behind that, if there was any crossover, what exactly that story might be. Just that at this point, I don't know much about the platform, again, Java, J2ME, whatever, but it does appear to be a bit of a leap. I know it depends on the device, so I've tried to find the game from a more advanced device. I don't know exactly. I think this one's from a Samsung. Hear the sweet Samsung. Hold on. Get a sip of cranberry juice from my Ninja Turtles glass. Toddler. This game looks pretty nice. So, like last week, I had thought about doing a collection. I tried to do all of the Blue Lava Wireless games that I have. And if you're curious where these all came from, I went into a little bit about that on last week's episode. Found a huge bunch of Java games. Played 3 in Tetris, Tetris Cascade, and Tetris Deluxe, I believe it was, in Blue Lava Wireless. Had thought to do the same here for the EA Mobile stable, which I think is going to top out at 4 anyway, but they're getting kind of beefy. And again, like I said, I'm making this a short one this week. So number one, it would have been a bigger bite to chew this week. I feel like my analogies are all over the place. Would have been a bigger chunk to bite off. No, they're all food. I should eat breakfast before these. But they're also not running quite as well. So I need to do some troubleshooting on one of the Tetris games. Tetris Blockout, Tetris Revolution, I think, is another EA Mobile. And then just Tetris, which was a standalone that came out after Tetris Mania, which is the one we're going to do today, if the dates are to be believed on Tetris Wiki. So we're just going to stick with Tetris Mania today. It's beefy enough. I think we'll have some fun, but I'll see what I do with the rest of the EA Mobile games. Again, trying not to where unnecessary, spend too much time on what could be considered a tinier Tetris of sorts. So here we go. Again, I think this comes by way of a Samsung device. The Java game repository, let's say, that I got does organize those by device somewhat, but it's not completely foolproof. So all I can tell you is that this is from a Samsung device that ran games at 240 by 320. That seems to be the sweet spot so far when it comes to the emulator that I use. Still using Kemulator, K-E Mulator. I don't know where that does come from. K-E. Kevin's emulator. Cranberry juice is good for antioxidants. I hate oxidants. So let's get the game going here. I've got it running on Kemulator. I've got keypad. In fact, shout out to Gamepad Mapper on Mac. It lets me map any keys on the keyboard here to my actual Xbox controller here, so it's not, as much as I like to recreate the form factor that these original games came in, gotta draw the line somewhere, and it's going to be at enjoyment for the most part. So we're going to enjoy Tetris Mania today rather than it. The emulator is cool. You can pop up a little window that has most, obviously if you're dealing with a phone, left soft key, right soft key, and then just like a number pad like you would have on a phone. Some of them incorporate a joystick, so I have like left and right and center on it as well. I've remapped that again to the controller here in a way that should work most of the time. It does have an issue with multiple inputs, so whereas the delayed auto shift you're going to see for Tetris Mania is probably better than it has any right to be. It like if I hit a different, if I try to rotate while I'm shifting, it'll interrupt it. So it's not perfect, but it's better than this, especially on a live stream. So here it goes. Actually, you know what? Okay. I am going to get rid of that thing right in the middle of my eyeball. Right to the game. Let's pop it up. Oh, okay. I'm like, no, the sound. That is the one thing that it feels like it's frame locked at 30 frames, which maybe I should try something lower, but I think you can hear it most in the music. Like it feels like it's not quite maybe a one-to-one like it was. Still great and better than any other emulators I've been trying with this, but okay. Mania being the mode for this. Oh yeah, in fact this I did. There is a wiki for this, so I've got some information ahead of time here. Tetris Mania features 3 game modes: Cascade, Sticky, and Fusion. Sticky, it says, originated with the Next Tetris, which is the one for N64, I believe, that I haven't. Or maybe that's new Tetris. I should know these ahead of time, right? The Next Tetris. Wiki link. Yeah, okay, that's the one for PlayStation and PC. So I did do that one. That's not the one I'm thinking of. Cascade, though, comes from Tetris Worlds, which I also definitely did. You choose either of these modes in Mania and Challenge. Mania, you get longer games like Tetris Worlds, but Challenge, I guess, is yeah, there you go. Challenge mode puts a time limit on everything. So we're going to start out in Mania, see how it goes. Assuming I refocus on the app and then my buttons work, there we go. I did poke around a little bit, so it's got a game in there. Although if I wanted to, I could just... There's usually been in the About section. No. Maybe it was the Options, Help, Records. Options, there it is. Reset Records, there we go. Like a brand new game, look at that. All right, Mania. Nope, still got Resume Game in there. Well, reset my records at least. Let's start with Cascade. I can't even remember. Sticky. Clear bottom rows to advance. I know I've played a sticky mode before. I'm barely remembering what it is. And if this is the fusion I think it is, that's going to be the mode. It's going to be my favorite. Yes, erase. Okay, so I'm still scoring by... No, I don't want the tutorial. I think we're okay. Oh, I can turn those off if I wish. Uh-oh. Oh, I can hold. No, I can't. Hold on. Let's pop open that keypad I told you about. It's not the left soft key. Oh, because that wouldn't be it. Right. Okay, hold on. What would hold be? We'll put that on left bumper. It's not the one. There it is. It's the 0. Let's try that again. It is the 0. One more time. It's not the actual 0 though. The 0 on the number pad. Okay, so that would be global settings. Oh, it does say 0 should be number 0. Press 5. Hold on, hold on. Yeah, the actual number 0 is not taking it. Oh, nope, not either. Oh, that's because I'm not on. It is the 0. Okay, we're good. I know how to do things. So we're going to open up our gamepad mapper here. Configuration. Left bumper, keyboard, 0. Save. Drop that. Hold that. Hold is good. All right. Pretend like the stream started right now. See what I mean, though? Between this and what we did last week with Blue Lava, which I'm still super glad those came together. It's... Well, that's what I need. Yes, for the allergies to start kicking in. That's exactly what I need. In just 3 short years, and I don't know if, you know, maybe speaking of not knowing much about Java, I'm already starting to wonder about this sound effect for every piece drop. Oh, that was cool. That looked cool. Speaking of not knowing about Java, I also don't know, like maybe, okay, should have waited on that. If, you know, like the Blue Lava games were Java 1. Is there a Java 1? I think there is, right? I thought J2ME stands for like Java Micro Edition 2 or something. Anyway, so maybe that has something to do with it, but from last week to this week, pretty stark. We've got sound effects every time a piece drops. Sound period, although no music, I guess. Maybe that's still a little much to ask during the actual playing. And as you can see, the delayed auto shift it's actually pretty good. Again, I can't take advantage of it too much unless I figure out how to not do 2 things at once, which I should be pretty good at. There's some cascading. You know, I think Cascade, I'll take the blame. I think in the past I've been a little harsh, like, oh, Cascade, like, it has never clicked for me. I think just how I play, there's just not much more to offer. So I'm going to say that's a me problem. I'm not setting up cascades. I don't look to set up cascades, so I just play Tetris the same exact way, and when a cascade happens, it's like a fun bonus. So not a knock on cascade game type necessarily. It's just my own Tetris weakness. Level 4. Did it say? I can't remember in the description now if this is going to top out at a certain level. Let's not do that so that we can do this. Also that it's like the same note. The Tetris effect is cool though. Not the Tetris effect, which is also cool. Look at the blocks is fine. Can't think of another Tetris that had the O piece with like a space in the middle. Actually, it actually looks like an O now. That's innovation. Oh, there's a little bit. There's something else in there. It's not just a single note. Not getting a line bonus or anything. It's just what you see is what you get, pretty much. Did the goal increase, though? I've got 23 left now. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe that's why this is the game type for quote-unquote longer games. Does every game on this feature that sound effect? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to go out on a limb immediately and say yes. Cascade! Reason for the season. Nope. I was looking at the stupid hold piece thinking that's what was coming next. Well, there you go. Cascade's good for that. Cleaning up my mess. It's even got like pretty legit animations going on, like when I hard drop a piece there. Yeah, it's got a little ghost effect right before it locks in. The sides of the matrix line up with wherever the active piece is. Feels like something I haven't seen before, actually. It just makes me laugh now. Oh, red. Doesn't like this at all. That's a nice touch. I like that better than the music goes faster. That stresses me out. Oh, if this ends at level 14, or 15. Still gonna be here for a few. Try and speed it up here. I could probably turn that sound off. No speed issues at all. Yeah, definitely no line bonus. Only on level 7, but... I did it again. Looked at the wrong spot. Oh, I actually did that. Okay, there we go. Little bit of a delay. What is that? Spawn delay. That's kind of... It might be a lock delay and a spawn delay. Yeah, between both of those. Like when the piece hits and then the sound effect signals that it's locked in. And from when then the new piece spawns, that is some time. Game looks good though. I probably should have done more research on the device, because that would have been... I'm still curious if there is a device out there that would have not just allowed me to, but like was comfortable enough that I would spend time on the game, because I had, you know, the best mobile phone I had from this era. I wonder if I still have that. Is that in a box somewhere? That would be cool. Was the Sony Ericsson T610, I think? I had to look that up to remember it. But if I had any games on it, I couldn't tell you. I must have. I would have like tinkered, I'm sure. But it was nothing that I was like, oh man, you know, like maybe even played more than once. I'm not sure. So while I'm on these, I should be looking up more about the devices to see if it's... Or maybe I should just buy an N gauge. That was the thing, right? That was like a full-throated go at a mobile device that was capable of playing lots of games, right? Games first. Actually, I don't know if it's games first, but... Well, here we are. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, we definitely got some speed going on here now, too. It's guideline, though, right? Should be able to infinite spin my way to victory if I need to. Out of the red, at least. Right back in the red. Okay, here we go. We gotta timer there too. I haven't even been paying attention to. I've been playing this game for 15 minutes. That feels slow. It feels like maybe I'm... Yeah, that feels longer than an actual second. I don't know. Huh. The good Tetrises always make you wonder how long you've been playing them. 15 minutes? That's it? Really? Feels like longer. Okay. Ooh. This is it's got some real speed to it. This might become an issue here. There it is. Guideline Tetris. There it is. Misdrop Tetris. I wish I could do more for you, Cascade. I don't think I've gone higher than a 2 yet. After a while, it starts to sound like an incorrect sound effect. Like I made a mistake. The buzzer. Now I'm starting to hear different notes with it. Now I'm starting to hallucinate. Now it sounds like my mother. Ooh. Some top tier cascading right there. Level... No, okay, good. At least we only got 5 to go till... I mean, it's the best Java Tetris I've played so far. Hands down. And I was able finally to go through that repository and actually see what some of those games are. Because I downloaded anything with like a tris. In fact, I even downloaded one thing that was not a tris, and I just misread it. It doesn't feel like much of a speed up between 9 and 10. And some of them are just like homebrew, I guess. Was that a thing at the time? I guess it would have been. I'm trying to think of when I first heard of homebrew or something like it. It's probably on my DSi, my little flash cart or whatever it was in there, my little... So I don't know, but some of them seem quite homemade. So I will not be playing all of them, but and I do think whatever I do, I should probably bust open my Analog 3D so I can play that N64 Tetris. Otherwise, I'm just going to be doing Java mobile game catch-up for several weeks in a row. I did it, like, I thought about that for this week. I'm like, do I want to switch it up? But I thought after playing the EA games, I was like, actually, there's an interesting progression here from Blue Lava to EA developed Java games. So I went with it. And there's still, actually, I think I have it. There's like one EA game that I didn't think I had or I couldn't find, because it's also just called Tetris. Like it's not called Tetris Mania or Pop or Blockout or any of that. So I was having a hard time tracking it down. I think I found it in that repository, but that's the one that has resolution issues. I need to figure out if it's the emulator. Changing the resolution in the emulator, as far as Boy, that's a real stupid one, isn't it? Let's clean it up. But it's not changing, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Otherwise, this emulator has been fantastic. Almost cascaded something appropriately. And that effect where it all kind of sparkles, where the color changes, kind of fits the motif as well, the whole cascading thing. ...2006, so this might have been before EA was like fully hated across America. You know, there was that bit where they got voted like worst video game company, because that was a thing that people voted for, I guess. And I know it's any corporation, any video game corporation. I remember at the time that happened, I was like, whatever. Like I disliked Activision more because they were in the process of ruining Tony Hawk and Guitar Hero all at once. But even then, I'm not like, I don't spend a lot of time devoting energy to stuff like that. Because again, it's like, as opposed to the good video game companies or publishers, or I guess I'm painting with a wide brush, as opposed to any multi-million, billion-dollar video game company or company, period, like those non-person entities that are designed to maximize profit at the cost of anything else by design. I'm not even like saying like, oh, get rid of them, they're all bad. That's just what they're designed to do. I'll tell you the story of the Scorpion and the... Just kidding. Get over there, please. Thank you. Okay. Thought I was going to be in trouble there. So yeah, whatever. game by game. And if this is an EA game, that's the other thing too, is, look at an EA mobile game and equate it to like whatever stuff they were trying to pull in the AAA space or something like that. Every team is made up of all sorts of humans who probably think stupid stuff is stupid regardless. So I'm not going to look at this and be like, oh, for an EA game, something, something, whatever. It is interesting that now we're getting a Tetris at this point in the history by a multi-million-dollar developer. I mean, not that Blue Planet or Blue Lava maybe wasn't raking in the millions. Was this the mobile rush quite yet? I guess I don't know. But they were not companies the same way that EA was a company even at this point in time, I'm sure. Please do not let this be the only mode I play. You can stop at any time. Okay, that's definitely a little faster. Let's do this. Oh, I did it again. Looked too far ahead. Saw an O piece. Put it right where an O piece goes. Except it wasn't an O piece. La, la. Do, do, do. Is it do? My wife would know. How would it be to know what notes sound like? Just be able to hear one and be like, oh, that's do. That's an A minor. I mean, I know enough to know that it's not in... What we're hearing right now is not an A minor. Got those ones to go pretty quick. Ooh, that's bad. I thought I had... Okay. I thought I had an eyepiece in reserve. I have no idea what I'm looking at. I'm at the wrong next piece. You know what it is? I've never fully adjusted to like more than one next piece. There's not been... Okay, that was just bad. Also, I'm bad at Tetris. That's the crazy thing. A cascade. It's been so long. I may have actually adjusted to the multiple input issue. Finally. Either that or the speed of the game is not something where I'm finding that to be an issue. I'm trying to be better about the whole economy of movement, if that's what you want to call it. You know, like if you can just put the piece straight down, do it. It helps when trying to excel at sprint modes and the like. 57? Oh, okay. What the heck is 14 gonna be? Okay, hold on. Player can choose to play these modes in Mania or Challenge. Mania allows longer games, working somewhat like Tetris Worlds, while Challenge mode offers a 3-minute. The game saves records all 6 modes. Saves games if the player wants to return to it after the game before topping out. Does not tell me if there's an end to this particular mode. Let's go one more level, see how ridiculous my line requirement is going to be, and then call it. It's supposed to be a short one, a tiny Tetris. Sheesh. Developed by EA, but it's got Blue Planet energy, a BPA or bulletproof energy. It's gonna take some time. Nope, that was wrong. If I can even make it, maybe I'll just die. .24 to go. Line bonus sure would have been nice on this one. Here we go. A cascade. I even knew that was going to happen that time. No, I realized it wasn't rotated all the way. Not soon enough. Six. Three. I'm gonna go out in the ugliest way possible here. Hey, 69. Okay, very funny. Tetris Mania. Let's call it. I want to at least tickle some of these other game types. Mania allows for longer games. Let's challenge ourselves. Yes. 1 to 4 colors, each separately affected by gravity? What? Red sticks to red, blue to blue, etc. Clear bottom line of blocks to reach goal. Interesting. Maybe I haven't done a sticky before. It's got the fusion blocks there at the bottom. Cascade plus sticky. Line clears still work like normal. Huh. I like this because I feel like it's going to allow for more random combos instead of depending on me to line them up somewhat. Kind of slowly filtering down through the garbage. Can I do that? Oh no, I can't. That is a whole piece. That's nice. Entirely new sound effect for Tetrises. That's what I'm talking about. Now that's pod racing. I wonder if... Okay. I was just saying, I wonder if this was in Tetris Worlds. Actually, what did it say? No, it said this was in the next Tetris. Okay, yeah, so I'm just at the point in my life where I'm forgetting more Tetrises. I've forgotten more Tetrises than you'll ever know. I think, right? I mean, I can't. Having trouble recalling. I'm on level 10 already. And bada bing. Sticky challenge. 2 minutes, 38 seconds. Was the timer counting down? I forgot to even look. Press 5. Oh, I don't know if I've mapped 5. I haven't. Okay. Back to the number pad. 5. Yep, 3 minutes. What are we looking at? 10:52. Let's do a 3-minute fusion. Connect atoms to the fusion block. Yeah, this is okay. I got it. Atoms and fusion blocks trigger gravity and a line clear. They never clear from the matrix. Yes, I'm a fan of fusion. That I do remember. Oh, that is not cascading though. That should cascade. Oh, that's right, because I can make lines with the fusion blocks, and then they will. Oh, there's some cascading. Yeah, see, not entirely sure what constitutes a cascade in this one. Put that there so I can still T-spin. If it gives me a T at some point, I guess that was the assumption. There's one. Okay, here we go. Indeed. It is counting up. Okay, I get it. I don't know if I'm going to get this in time. Oh, here we go. Oh. So it just keeps going? Did I choose challenge? I thought I chose challenge mode. That was some cool movement there. Okay, here we go. It's got to be it. No. There we go. All right. It's gotta be it. Or do I just need to, oh, okay. I need to connect them down below. So put that there in the hopes that it will cascade down to where it needs to go. Right now, that connected those. Figuring it out. How long does it, oh, it needs to be 21. So yeah, I just really need to just connect them. Okay, now give me one. That was probably not the best. Okay. It's the most piecemeal way ever. Said I liked Fusion. I didn't say I was good at Fusion. There we go. That's it. Now I just, when it's cascades, we're done. That's all. We've already won. Shy in the chat. Another mobile Java game. Yes. Yes, it is. But it's better than last week. The strides they made in 3 years, you wouldn't believe. You might believe. It's not, you know. And I had thought about clumping them together. EA Mobile's got a few Java ones, but I'm on a schedule today. So, in fact, that might be it. Hold on. Why did it not stop at 3 minutes, though? That's the curious thing. How many mobile Java games do we have left in the list? I mean, in the list, we'll never hit them all, but that I have able to play, one, Tetris Pop, Tetris Revolution. Oh, maybe just 2, actually. 3 if I'm able to locate Tetris parentheses Electronic Arts. They're not located. I think I have it. I just don't think it's working just yet. That's it. That's all of them. And I probably could have lumped more into this now that seeing it has the appearance, you know, you look at this, you're like, oh, there's so much to it. Look at all these menu items. I was bedazzled by menu items. But then I guess if you're really, nope, don't quit. Pressing the wrong button here. I guess if you're really looking at it, there's only 3 modes here. So either way, if I had a nice looking device where I could play this, I probably would have been fairly happy. Again, I don't know if I would have clocked in on it, but Shy, one of my friends recently received the Grandmaster rank in TGM3 as the 43rd World Rule GM. Same guy won Red Bull Tetris. Ah, there you go. Oh, I didn't know you knew the Red Bull Tetris guy. Well, congrats. Pass along my congrats. Tell him the guy that plays Tetris Java games on the internet says congratulations. Oh boy. I think that's it for Tetris Mania. I think you get the idea. Did I make any records? Nope, didn't even make any records. Oh, no, wait. Nope. I did. I made a sticky challenge. Fusion, it went above. I guess it still lets you go. I don't know what the 3-minute. Challenge mode offers a 3-minute score attack for cascade time attack to see how quickly the player can clear the bottom row in sticky, and time attack for a fusion mass clear. Except the game doesn't end at 3 minutes, I guess. So, go figure. Do not quit. No. Wanted to see what the actual... Yeah, same options as the other Java games, looks like. Shy Abby, oh wait, is the stream over? Yes, I've been meaning to contact you, which now I realize I have Discord. I'm such a bad Discord guy. We hit the time change over here again. So I think before it I feel like this time was better for you before. But yeah, now 10 a.m. for me is about an hour ago. So I don't know why we still do it, man. My American apologies to you. We're still hung up on this stupid, and it's such a freaking boondoggle at this point. Because there was like legislation passed that was like, do you want to, and the way they worded it was like, do you want to do away with this time change? In order to do that, here's a resolution to let, like, I think it was literally just we gave our, in California at least, our right away to politicians to do the time change. But it was phrased like, do you want us to do this? Let us do this. So we're like, yes, let you do it. And they just, now they have the power, but they don't do it type thing, if I remember correctly. So don't get me started, I guess. Someday we should start a movement where we just refuse to move the time, and we all just live on that time. Actually, didn't that happen? There's like, oh, what was it? I want to say Swatch. There's like a Swatch time. Swatch Internet Time is a decimal time system that divides the day into 1,000. Yeah, it's like metric time. 1,000 equal parts called beats, with each dot beat lasting 86.4 seconds. It was introduced by Swatch in 1998 to create a unified global timekeeping system. And it didn't catch on, let me tell you. So there's your fun fact for the day. Yeah, sorry, Shy. Also, like I said, I'm on a schedule. I'm having lunch with a buddy about an hour away. So next week, it is 11:06 for me right now. So an hour earlier, if that's better for you, I hope. I don't know. If not, we can change it to Tetris Tuesday at 10:59. We got to keep it in the 10 o'clock somehow. So, by the way, good seeing you for a second. I'd stick around and chat if I wasn't headed out, but I'll catch you on the next one. And maybe you just miss all the Java games. Uh-oh. And now it's only good. Whatever. I'm not going to say Tetris Mania was bad. I don't know if I'd say any of the Tetrises last week were necessarily speaking bad. Again, keeping in mind the form factor, and I'm glad I got to touch them in some way rather than, finding a device on eBay that still had it installed. Shy, I'd make comments about American politics, but I'm already depressed enough from Turkish politics, so I don't want to talk about it. Oh boy. Let's not depress each other. That can be our promise. Politics isn't my strong suit. It's not my strong suit either. In fact, I mention it far less than I feel like most people would. In fact, I never got the streamers that are out there like spitting mad like politics, especially some of the politics that they do spit. I'm like, why open yourself up to being politically stupid? That's my point of view. They don't appear to have that. The internet time thing's nice. Internet time thing seems nice. Like it's not that it wouldn't work, right? It's just that like adoption, right? Let me tell you about getting people to adopt your silly ideas. It's tough. So that much I can attest to. Either way, good chatting for a second or two, Shai, and anybody else that showed up. I should shout out. Talking about politics is basically just cutting down your audience by half. Well, that too, for sure. I mean, it would be nice to cultivate. I don't know. I don't want even both sides. The both sides argument is. You're right. Why do we do this, Shai? Why? The channel, everything's popping off. This is March Madness. If I don't watch politics, it's because I'm not watching sports at the same time. And from what I understand, March Madness is not anything special. So I can use that term to define how things are going on the channel. Chasers is launched again. There will be a new episode tomorrow. There was a new episode last week. You can find my daughter and I going through comic book stuff, talking about comic books. That's where you want to go if you like comic books. Daily Drum is back up. If you like music, I interface with it by way of drumming, by way of Rock Band 3. But it's got me jabbering on about, whatever else I'm thinking musically. And since that's finally all up and running, I'm hoping to get Cinematic back up this week. I don't know if I'll hit the weekly mark with that series from here on out, but after a few months off, that will be coming back as well. So, Shai, I might check out Daily Drum again. Yeah, go for it. Again, it's a very slight channel. It's literally just, I in my head, I picture it like, a song a day. Like, I'm not foregrounding what I add to it at all. I'm just like, I do choose good music, I think, or weird music, I think. So if you're up for a song a day, I felt like that would be a fun way to interface with it. Like, oh yeah, this song. And there you go. Like include me in your playlist, I say, to some extent. So, but yes, lots going on. Whereas before, not as much. So either way, thanks for hanging out. If you hang out in any of those areas, and we'll see you next week. Hopefully, Shai, if you can make it again. Sorry about the time change. I'll hit you up on Discord if something else goes wrong. Whenever I change the time again over here. Shai with parting words. At least it's probably easier than daily guitar solos. Don't even. I had that in my head at one point. I don't. I gave my guitar to my daughter. Let's put it that way. So, all right. See you guys.